Hey everybody, it's Jim Ward. Warbird Turkey Calls, second morning in Missouri. Been some tough hunting. Of course, got some wind and a little windy today. Yesterday, heard some birds a good ways off. Myself and Jimmy Wilhelm, we come up from Virginia, see what we could do. And this morning, and we're on another piece, you see how thick it is. It is unbelievable. This morning, got on this piece. If you can see back behind me, 250 yards. Bird struck up this morning, probably 640. And you know, to get in right now, you got to get in their zone for them to even look at you. But I went down over the ridge, across like a real swampy area, a deep ditch, and there was another ridge coming off. And bird was back on that ridge gobbling, and I got at the foot of it and heard hens with him, and he sat in there from the time I heard him on the roost till 9:40 in the same spot, would not move, in the same zone. And I actually got within 50 yards at one time, and probably close to 40. I stepped it off, but you can't walk a straight line in this thick stuff. But this thunder gobbling, I mean, this bird was the man. But just so thick. Of course, everything, I guess, you know, Virginia's the same way. Vegetation is a month ahead. Everything's thick. It's darn sure a green camo wearing stage of the year for sure. But anyway, that bird shut down. You know, I got him within the hens, spooked, and they come back this way. You look back, it drops over, they come back in this hollow. So I guess it was probably 10 o'clock. I decided to leave him alone, so I know where he's roosted. I'll come back in the morning. That's the thing about traveling, you know, put your time in. Myself, you know, I'm not using a guide or anything. You know, those guys come in handy sometimes, but I mean, if you go call and, you know, and want to call yourself as far as turkey hunting, you know, learn it on your own. A lot more satisfaction in my opinion. But I come back up. Probably took me 20 minutes. Come back up and I was sitting about 50 yards back that way. I said, well, I'm nothing to lose. You know, you can hunt to one in Missouri. And I sit down and got out my aluminum call. I got, of course, that's the Hellraiser. And just doing some calling, doing some midday calling, because you never know. Don't ever give up just because the birds aren't gobbling. You never know. And I was sitting there and hadn't heard a thing. Looked across the ways and I seen a hen. It's a clearing, probably 175 yards. I seen a hen going across. And I heard a gobble. One gobble, and that was it. So, made a few calls. I carry an aluminum call, what I call preacher man. Good high pitch and raspy, and it gets out there good. And I made probably 3 or 4 series of calls, and I was sitting back, and I actually had texted another field staff buddy of mine, a couple of them, Zeke and Chris. And they're having some bad weather in Virginia, and just had put the phone down, and I heard just just a low gobble. He was over the bank, almost like if you hear a Jake. Jake's got that rattly gobble. It's kind of short. And well, I called again, and it just purred. And I looked again. Whitehead, 30 yards. And 30 yards in that stuff is forever. And right in front of me, I had a shooting lane, and he just strutted right in that shooting lane. He strutted right into it. I couldn't ask. I mean, it was luck, you know. He come in. He responded to the calls, but to have it open after being after that thing this morning is just plumb luck. Anyway, me and Jimmy, we're gonna be headed on to Arizona, and of course I'll show you this bird here. And the funny thing is too, I just had to put my camera. I got this little handheld that's good for just first person on the tripod, and didn't even have time to cut it on. I said after the last 2 days, I wasn't even going to reach up, because I seen the whitehead. He was looking my direction. Wasn't no way in the world. So we'll get the pictures after the job's done. And I hate that. I wanted to get a kill on video, but anyway, I'll show you the bird. But just sure happy to have one in Missouri. It's tougher hunting up here than what you think, especially when the season's ahead. I'll spin it around. He, of course I got him with, I shot him as soon as I seen him. Nice bird, nice beard, good thick beard, heavy body. Of course that's my aluminum call I make with the, actually use a maple striker on this one here. It gives a higher pitch. Most times it's laminate, but old trusty 870, I swear. I just decided to bring it. I've got the job done. But anyway, this here, happy to have a bird in the bush, and we're gonna be moving on to Arizona. And maybe if Jimmy decides to hunt tomorrow, I'll go with him and won't do nothing but try to get a kill on tape with Jimmy. And he's trying for all 49 states. And of course Missouri he's already got. We just happened to stop here because I wanted to hunt it this year, and Arizona's all he lacks. But hunting hard. Don't ever go out of state. If you're hunting private property, if you're hunting outfitter, if you're hunting whatever, take anything for granted. I'm full of briars, out of water, but darn glad, cut up knuckles going through the briar patches. A hard fought turkey, but got her done today, boys. It's Jim Ward, Warbird Turkey Calls. We'll see y'all soon.